All right then. Hello everyone. Hope you're all doing great. Welcome and thanks for joining us for today's webinar on customizing your Zoho CRM. I'm Ibrahim, your host, a product marketer from Zoho CRM Marketing, and I'm based out of Chennai, India. Let me also introduce my colleague Arul here. He is our senior pre-sales engineer who will be handling the product demo. All right, before we begin this webinar, let me highlight a few things. If you have any questions throughout this presentation, feel free to type them out in the comment box you see in the GoToWebinar screen. I have a couple of support colleagues here and they will provide chat support and answer your questions as we go along the presentation. Just in case they are busy answering other questions, we have a Q&A at the end and we will cover them there. I'm also recording this presentation and I will send you out an email with the link of the recorded version. We will also be hosting this on our webinar for future reference. In the demo, you might come across some features that you like and are relevant to your business, but not available in the edition that you're currently using. Please do let us know and we will enable a trial for that feature. So why should I customize? This is because one size doesn't fit all, and each business has unique sales processes and business needs. The whole purpose of this webinar is to show you why you need customization and where you can actually use it. If I've got to be honest, you can customize for practically every sector in existence in the world today. But to give you a few major examples, we've made a massive impact on the real estate, healthcare, insurance, automobile, and the entertainment sectors, to name a few. I'm sure at this point you're wondering, what is customization? To give you a basic overview, customization is the mechanism by which you can modify all the elements within the CRM to best suit your specific business requirements. As you would expect, a real estate CRM will have tabs that are different from an insurance provider CRM. This is where customization comes into the picture. You can customize a lot of elements like fields, templates, layouts, sections in a page, fields, macros, and so much more. The changes include renaming, reordering items, and even hiding tabs and fields that are not required. The aim of customization is to make your CRM work for you. We hope that at the end of this webinar, you can convert the CRM into your CRM. Today, I'm going to give you an overview on how to use the customization features available in Zoho CRM. Major features that we currently have in Zoho CRM are fields, modules, layouts, related lists, buttons and links, applications, email templates, and Sandbox. To make this webinar a great learning experience for all of you, I will be utilizing one use case and explaining all the important features. This will help you understand the context and, more importantly, why you need these features for your business. Today, I will be talking about a real estate CRM as an example, and all the features will be explained around it. Feel free to map it to your specific business requirements. Let us now take a look at each one of these in detail. Fields. Let us now look at custom fields. In Zoho CRM, you can add fields as per your requirements. We understand that one size doesn't fit all. This is where custom fields comes into the picture. These fields will be available to all the users added to your account. Custom fields help you capture important data specific to your business demands. Going back to our real estate example, there will be certain information pertaining to a deal that is critical. With custom fields, you can create these fields that are not available in a conventional CRM to satisfy your requirements. You can also edit fields and remove fields with a simple drag and drop box. With custom fields, you can create more than 15 field types as shown on your screen and set field level access permissions. Custom modules. Zoho CRM comes with 15 standard modules to serve your sales and marketing needs. Sometimes the standard predefined modules present in Zoho CRM do not always meet your requirements. In such a case, Zoho CRM lets you create a new module depending on your business needs. For instance, in the case of the real estate example, you might want to add properties as a new module and relate them to contacts and deals. For a personalized CRM, add custom modules to narrow in on what matters for your industry. We now move on to page layouts. If you have a large business with multiple products, this feature will surely appeal to you. Let us understand page layouts with a use case. Keeping in accordance with our real estate example, let us discuss commercial properties and residential properties. As you would expect, the processes involved in both of these cases are very different, and not all the steps involved will be the same. Since your CRM is configured to follow one particular workflow, it becomes very difficult to suit it to all your requirements. In addition to this, there are properties for sale and properties for rent. It can lead to massive confusion. This is where page layouts rules them all. Instead of having multiple CRMs, you can now use different workflow rules within the same CRM system. Let us discuss how to solve the above conundrum. You can create two layouts, commercial and residential, in the Potentials module. Build the two layouts with the required fields and sections. Then demonstrate the choice of layout, be it via import, web forms, APIs. Then you can try to understand the layout to create layout-based views, auto-follow rules, and lead assignment rules. You then set up workflow rules for commercial and residential properties respectively. Demonstrate the execution of workflow rules. Finally, create reports and dashboards to visualize sales. If you would like to know more about page layouts, my colleague will be conducting a webinar on the same. You can register for that. Related lists. Connect your real estate CRM with third-party applications and show related information contextually. For instance, you can connect Zillow, a third-party app, to pull information regarding your property. Custom buttons and links. In Zoho CRM, you can customize modules, fields, pages, links, and a lot of other elements. In addition to these, Zoho CRM now allows you to create new button actions with the help of an advanced feature called custom buttons. With custom buttons, you can accomplish tasks faster. Send SMS updates to your clients upon performing tasks so that they can work on the go. With custom links, you can find information about customers on the web. For example, searching for prospective buyers on LinkedIn. Custom apps. Each vertical requires special applications that can communicate with core CRM modules and increase efficiency. With Zoho Creator, you can build custom applications with a drag and drop interface that can be deployed with ease. Looking at our real estate example, by using a custom application, say a price calculator, you can find out the price of the property simply by multiplying the area and the cost per square feet. Arul will now take you through the demo of customization that we have discussed so far. Over to you, Arul.
Thanks, Ibrahim. Hello, everyone. I'm Arul. I'm a pre-sales engineer with Zoho. So I'll walk you through all the topics that Ibrahim took you through today. So we will be looking at the demo of Zoho. All right. So before I start the demo, I'd like to tell you that we do have support reps who are actually assisting you with questions. So if you have any questions, please do use the questions option on your GoToWebinar control panel, and we will be glad to assist you. Just give me one moment. So all right, perfect. So use the questions option on your GoToWebinar control panel. We have support reps who will answer all your questions as I'm walking you through the demo. I'm pretty sure you will have questions related to all customization. So we're going to take up the real estate scenario today, where what we're going to do is we're going to show you how a particular lead, be it a buyer or a seller, comes to your website, fills out a form on your website, using the Web2 Leads form that's available within Zoho CRM, which is going to be embedded on your website. and that is going to create a lead within Zoho CRM automatically. And from there, how you take it through the sales process. But I'm not going to talk in detail about the sales process, but I'm going to show you how the lead is going to be captured, what customization options are available under each module, like how we can create or customize the custom fields. Customize the fields that are already available, or also create additional custom fields that you might require. Rename the different tabs and modules. You can see that I have made some changes to the tabs on the top bar, how you can remove tabs that are not necessary for your business process, and also creating different page layouts if you're going to have different types of records within the same module. And then we're going to look at related lists, and we're going to look at custom buttons and links. We are also going to look at custom applications. All right. So let's take the first scenario where you're going to have a lead who's going to come to your website and fill out a form that's been built on the Zoho web form, and how that lead is captured within Zoho CRM. Let's assume that you do have a real estate website like this, and if you want to capture lead information, you've embedded a form on your website here. So let's assume I'm going to go ahead and create a lead right from here, or let's assume the lead is going to submit a form from here. You have the first name. I'm going to enter my name here, my last name, my email address, and also my phone number, my mobile number, and I fill in the address, all right. So let's assume that I'm going to submit this information right from my website. So the lead has submitted the information. That will automatically create a new lead within Zoho CRM. So you can see, if you look at today's leads, which is a default view, you can see the one lead that was created. So all the information that was filled is automatically populated within Zoho CRM as a new lead. Now, to create this web form, all you need to do is go to Setup on the top right, click on the tool symbol on the top right, go to Setup, and under Setup, you have a section called Automation, and under Automation, you have Web Forms. So click on Web Forms. There you have the web form that I have created. So if you want to create a new web form, just click on the Create Web Form button on the right-hand side. That allows you to build a web form from scratch. Now let's just open the web form that I've already created. I can see that I've included certain fields here. All the fields in the leads module will be available on the left-hand side. So all you need to do is just drag and drop the fields that you'd like to display on the website. And even if you want to make some fields mandatory, you will have the option to mark certain fields as hidden or required, or even include a help link for the customers to understand what that field is all about. Now, once you've customized these fields, you can go to the next step, where you can mention where the form is going to be located, which is the web page where the form is going to be located, and also the landing page. So once the form is submitted, which page you want to take them to, like a thank you page or anything. And you can also set up what's called lead assignment rules, where it's an automatic way of assigning records to specific users. So here you can either assign all the leads that are captured through the web form to one single user in your CRM account, or you can assign an assignment rule to that particular web form, so that leads that are captured through that web form goes through an assignment rule where you mention based on a criteria to whom that record needs to be assigned to. So for example, if you say all the leads from a particular city or a state need to be assigned to a specific user, you can create an assignment rule, and that will automatically assign records to specific users based on that particular field value. And you also have the other options, like being able to notify lead owners whenever a record is being created and assigned to them, or even send an acknowledgement email to the visitor who has visited your website and submitted the form. And we also have the visitor tracking option, which is powered by another tool of ours called the Sales IQ. And if you would like, as a manager, to approve records before the records are available for the sales rep to follow up, you can also request for an approval. Now, once you save, you get the actual code which needs to be embedded on your website. Just copy this code and give it to your web developer who can embed it on the page that you'd like. And this is how you capture leads into Zoho. Now, once you've captured leads, you can see this is how the lead records look like within Zoho CRM. Now, the next step would be, before you even create the web forms, you should have defined what fields you'd like to see within Zoho CRM. By default, we have provided certain default fields, but though some of those default fields might not be relevant to your business process, or you might want to capture additional information, so you want to create additional custom fields. So again, for that, you have to go to setup on the top right. There's a separate section for customization that's called modules. Click on the modules. So this is where you rename the tabs that you see on the top bar. You manage or organize the modules that are available on the top bar, or even create custom fields or remove existing fields, the page layouts, the links and buttons. All those are available under this module section under customization. So if you want to rename a specific module, all you need to do is just mouse over a specific module and you'll have the layout rename option. So if you want to rename, just click on rename and provide the names that you would want to call that particular module as. You can see that the actual name of the buyers or sellers module was contacts. Now I've renamed it to buyers or sellers because I've taken the real estate scenario. And similarly, you can see the products have been renamed to properties, so that I will be able to associate multiple properties or a property to multiple contacts. Similarly, multiple contacts to a single property as well. So like this, you can rename the modules. And if you want to create new custom fields, or if you want to remove some of the existing custom fields, just click on the module that you'd like to customize. It takes you into the layout page. And this is where you can see all the fields, the way they are going to be displayed within Zoho CRM under that particular module. Now here is where you can remove some of the custom fields or even create the custom fields. So if you want to remove one of the fields that's available here, all you need to do is just mouse over a particular field that you feel is not necessary, and then click on the remove button, which will delete that particular field from that particular layout. And if you want to create a new custom field, you see the different types of fields that are available on the left hand side panel. Now, there are different types of fields that you can create, and that's very important for you to choose the proper field type when you're trying to create a new field, because based on the field type, you will be able to generate different kinds of reports in Zoho. So it's very important that you identify what information is going to be entered in a specific field and choose the proper field type. So based on what information you're going to capture, select a particular field type, drag it, and drop it to the layout in the place that you need. Just enter the field name and save that particular field. So this is how you create new custom fields. And there are some default fields in Zoho CRM, like the lead status or the lead source or the industry, which have certain default values in them. Now let's assume that you want to change those default values. For example, the lead status has certain default values like attempted to contact, contact in future, contacted, junk lead, lost lead, not contacted, pre-qualified, etc. Now, these might not be the statuses that you would like to follow because your business process is different. In that scenario, you can go ahead and change the values that are available in the dropdown. Similarly, the lead source from where you capture your leads can also be customized, as well as the industry fields. So any default pick list field that's provided, the pick list values can be modified or customized according to your business process. Now, this is with creating new custom fields and also removing some of the existing fields that are already available. Now, if you want to remove a particular module from the top bar because that particular module is not relevant to your business process, in that scenario, you can go to the customization modules option where you have organize modules. Click on organize modules and you have the unselected tabs and the selected tabs. So by default, all the tabs will be selected. But if you don't want some of the tabs or modules, you can just select those particular modules that are not necessary for your business and remove them back to unselected tabs and save it. So this way, those tabs will not be listed on the top bar, so you can see a shorter list of available tabs on the top bar. So this is how you organize your modules as well. Now, if you want to create a new module, for example, in the real estate business, if you want to create a new module for all your agents or brokers, in that scenario, you can go ahead and create a new custom module. So let's see how you can create a new custom module for your agents or brokers. So you have a separate record for each agent or a broker so that you can associate that particular agent to a contact, a buyer or a seller, and also to a deal, so that you know how many deals are brought in by a specific agent. Similarly, you can also see how many contacts that a particular agent is bringing you as well. So let's create a new custom module initially. So click on create new module, the blue button there. It takes you to the create module page where you provide the name of that module. I'm going to call it agents or brokers, and I'm going to save that particular module, and you can see the fields that are available here. If you'd like to add more fields, you can add more fields, but I'm happy with whatever fields that are available. But probably I would want to add, let's say, a phone number field. I'm going to call that phone. I'm going to add another field that I'm going to call mobile, and I'm going to save that particular module. Now, once saved, this module is also going to be listed in the list of modules. So you can see there is agents and brokers as another module. Now I'm going to associate this particular module or this particular module to the contacts of the buyers or sellers, as well as I'm going to associate it to a deal. So I'm going to buyers and sellers. So there are two page layouts. Now we look at the two different page layouts. So if I want to associate it to a buyer, I click on buyers. I create a new lookup field, which is a custom field. I'm going to call it broker. I'm going to look up from agents and brokers. I'm going to call it customer, which is the related list. So when I open the broker record, I can see all the customers that are brought in by that broker. So I click on done. I save this layout. I choose the second layout, which is sellers, because I need the broker information under the sellers layout as well. I select sellers. I'm going to look again at the agents, call it customers. I'm going to click on done. Save this layout. So you have the brokers in both the sellers as well as the buyers. And I'm also going to associate it to the deals. So every time I close a deal, I know who the agent is. So I'm going to create another lookup field here. I'm going to call it broker. I'm going to call the related list as deals. Lookup type is going to be agents or brokers. I'm going to save that, and that is also saved. So this is how you create new custom modules and associate that particular module to the other default modules or any other module for that matter. So it's done. The relationship between modules is done through a field that's called the custom lookup field. So you can create custom lookup fields to create relationship between multiple records or two different records. Now, once you've done this, you can create what's called different page layouts. When Ibrahim was talking about the different scenarios where you can create multiple page layouts, one such scenario would be if you have two different types of contacts, for example, buyers and sellers. If you want to have two different sets of fields for the buyers as well as sellers, you can create two different page layouts. Or let's say if you want to have a property which is a commercial property or a residential property, in that case you can go ahead and create two different layouts for properties alone. One is for commercial and the other one is for residential. Now here you can see that I've created two layouts for the contacts, which could either be buyers or sellers. If I get into that, you can see there are two layouts here. So if you want to create multiple layouts, if you have three different types of contacts, then all you need to do is just click on create new layout, clone a specific layout that's already been created. So the fields from that layout will be automatically populated in the new one that you're creating. And you would also be able to create additional fields. So this layout can have a different lead source values. It can have different lead statuses and so on if you create it for leads. Similarly, any field value can also be modified and customized specific to that particular layout. So once you save the layout, that particular layout will also be saved. So now this is how you create different types of records within a single module. So we've covered how you create or how you capture leads through a web form, how you can assign it automatically to a specific user by creating assignment rules. We also looked at how you can rename the tabs on the top bar, remove tabs on the top bar, how you can create custom fields, how you can remove some of the default fields that are already available, how you can create custom modules, additional modules that are relevant to your business. We created a module called agents or brokers and associated that with the contact record or even with the deal record. And finally, we also looked at different page layouts to capture different types of leads or contacts or different types of properties or different types of deals as well. So if you're selling multiple products, you could even have a separate layout for deals where one product has a different set of sales process, the other product has a different set of sales process. So the stages could vary from one product to another product. And for that, you can achieve that using multiple page layouts under the deals module. All right, so now we're going to look at two important features, which is custom buttons and custom links within a specific module. Now, as Ibrahim explained to you, in one of the slides, custom buttons and custom links, they help you in getting into a specific website or moving to a different a page to look at different information of that particular contact or lead, or even linked to that specific deal that you're working on. So that's achieved using custom links. So it's going to be common. It's going to be a link that's available under every record, but that particular link is going to pull certain field values, and it's going to automatically populate the information. It's going to take you to a link based on the field values there. And that's available again under each module. So when you get into a specific module, you can create a specific button for that particular module, or even create a specific link for that particular module. So for example, under buyers and sellers, I have links and buttons. And if I go to links and buttons, you can see what all buttons that I've created and what all links I've created. So you can see that I've created a link that's called site image. So if you have a seller who's actually posted one of the properties that they would like to sell, and you get into that particular seller's record, and you'd like to see the property or the site where they've actually posted their property, you can do that using site image. Now, first, I'll show you how the link can be created. So when you click on create new link, provide the link name, the description, and actually go ahead and embed the final destination of the URL. So you enter this final destination, and if this particular value has one of the field values, you just replace those field values here on this link with the actual field values from here. So you get the actual link. You can see you get the string value. So it's going to look up a specific record for that particular field value. and it's going to take you to that particular page. So this is how you create links within Zoho CRM. So to show an example of how this works, let's get into a specific lead record. And I open, let's say, a specific lead, John Smith. And you can see his address is 2213 Mockingbird Drive, Round Rock, Texas. So I have the site image here, link, which is going to actually show me the page where this particular seller has posted images of this particular property that he'd like to sell. So all you need to do is just click on this link, which will automatically redirect me to that particular page. So you can see this is where he's posted. So similarly, any record for that matter, if you have the proper address and you have created the link and you click on the link, and based on the address, it's automatically going to take you to the page where they've actually posted that particular property. Now this can be used to get users LinkedIn profiles or Twitter account profiles, etc. as well. So it all depends on where you'd like to use the links. Now we'll go to the custom buttons, and for custom buttons, again, it's under setup. So under setup, again, under the modules, you have buyers and sellers. And if you go to links and buttons, you can see that I've created a button that's called confirm appointment. Now what I've done here is, within the buyers or sellers, I have created a custom button that will automatically send an email. By clicking on that button, it will automatically send an SMS to that specific contact, to their mobile number, saying that the appointment has been fixed. Now I will show you how that works. So I have created the appointment, confirm appointment button here, and it's going to actually invoke what's called a custom function, which is done through Deluge scripting. Now you can see where I've embedded the button. It's going to be available within that particular lead record. So when I open the lead record, it's going to be available just like the send mail or the convert button. It's also going to be available on the top right, or you can place it anywhere you want. And I've actually written a custom function. Since there's not going to be time for me to write the custom function during this demo, I've already written the custom function. So if you want to see the custom function, this is how the custom function looks like. So this is how the custom function looks like. So this is the custom function that we've already written. And since I've already written this, let me get into a specific contact record which has got a mobile number, because this will work only if you have a mobile number. So here I have the mobile number, and I'm clicking on the confirm appointment button, which is actually going to send an SMS. But before I do that, let me just connect my phone here so that you can see the message coming in. So just give me a minute so that I can connect my phone and I can show the actual message coming in when I click that button, the actual SMS coming in. So this is going to help you to send not just SMSs, but perform any action through the custom functions. And so I'm not able to connect my phone here. One moment. So here I'm going to go to the so here let me just check if I do have that option. Hmm. I'm sorry, it's not allowing me to actually connect my phone. But once you click on this confirm appointment, I do get an SMS. I can confirm that I'm receiving an SMS on my mobile device saying your appointment is confirmed for a specific date. I'm sorry, I was not able to show that. It's not allowing me to connect my iPhone with through QuickTime. So I'm sorry about that. But this is how you can go ahead and send across information using custom buttons. Again, you could perform multiple actions, like you want to create a completely new record based on whatever information that you've captured from another record. You can do that. Now, the other option that I'd like to show after the custom buttons and links is when you have created a custom module, how the relationship between records work. Like I created a field for agents and brokers under the contact as well as the deals. So when I have a particular contact and I have a broker that I'd like to associate, now what I can do is first create a broker record under the agents or brokers module. So I'm going to create a broker that's called Samuel, and I'm going to add the email address sam@email.com. So I can have email conversations with Sam. I can enter his mobile number and save that particular record. So you can see this is one of your brokers. You can have multiple brokers associated, and then you have get into a specific contact record, edit the contact, and if you can associate a particular contact to a specific broker. So you have one of the brokers, or if you have multiple brokers, you can search for a broker, associate the broker, save it so that you know that this particular contact is going through this particular broker. And if you're working on a deal that's brought in by this particular broker, you can also edit that particular deal and associate the broker to that particular deal. So this way, you would know when looking at a particular deal or when looking at a particular contact, you can see who the broker is or the agent is who's brought into that particular deal. And apart from that, Samuel, there's every chance that he might have closed multiple deals with you. He might have been part of a number of deals. And since you would have associated multiple deals to Sam, you open Sam's record as a broker. You're looking at the agents and brokers module. You're into Sam's record right now. You can see all the customers right here. So you can see Jen Stoll is one of the customers. So like this, and you can also see the deal that's been brought in by Sam. So this is how you can create the custom module and associate a particular record to other modules in the CRM. Right. So final topic that we're going to look at today is custom applications, where it's actually powered by Zoho Creator, which is an online database management tool that allows you to build custom applications and integrate that with Zoho CRM. And as Ibrahim was talking earlier, this can help you to achieve a number of scenarios where certain things cannot be achieved right within Zoho CRM. So it's like an extension that allows you to do a lot more than what the primary CRM can do. like being able to create an application for the price calculator, being able to create a form in the real estate business, being able to create a form to automatically calculate the total area as well as the registration cost. If you're going to be paying, per square feet cost for the registration charges, or even if you want to be calculating the agent commissions based on the per square feet value and so on. So for that, all you need to do is go to setup on the top right, and from there you will be able to go to extensions and APIs, click on Zoho, and these are all some of the integrations that we have with other Zoho tools, and there you would find build custom apps. Click on manage, and you can see that I've already created an app here. So this is the form that I've created. It's going to calculate the registration cost. So you have basic fields. It's going to associate it to the deals module in Zoho CRM. So you have the Zoho CRM integration, which allows you to associate a deal. And you also have the square feet, the registration percentage, and the total registration cost. And you have the other options where if you want to make it available, this particular app available on the mobile app as well, you can enable all those options, and you can set different field parameters as well. So this is how you create the forms, and when you're within a specific deals module, you'll be able to get into a specific deal, and you can see commissions or the registration cost as a separate related list. So if you want to add multiple custom forms that you would like to integrate, you can create multiple related lists by clicking on add related list, and you can invoke a custom app or even a custom function into this. So again, I'll go over some of the things that we covered. We covered custom fields, renaming the tabs, removing the tabs from the top bar. We looked at web forms. We looked at the assignment rules. We looked at custom links, custom buttons, custom applications, and also custom functions. The one thing that I'd like to show you now is the custom functions, where you can go ahead and do cross-module data update or field update based on custom functions, or you can even contact third parties, push information to third-party tools, or pull information from third-party tools using custom functions. Now, what I've done here is I have created a custom function where if there is a property, so let's just create a new property. I'm going to call this new property for sale, and I'm going to keep that property active. You can customize all the other fields, etc. I'm going to save this particular property, and I'm going to associate this particular property to a deal in Zoho CRM, which is not in the closed one status. I'm going to just associate it to one of deals that are in a different status apart from closed one. So it's in the third stage, and I'm going to associate a particular property. So I'm going to associate this particular property to a specific deal. You can see the product is active, which means that this property is available for any other customer, so that they can also look at the property for buy or purchasing that particular property. But if I edit this particular deal and I mark this stage as closed one, meaning that I've closed this deal with a specific contact, this property will automatically become inactive. So when I save this particular deal and I go to the properties, you can see the property has become inactive, which means when you're looking at the different properties that are on sale, you would find that this property will not be in the list of available properties. It will automatically be removed because it's become inactive. So this is one of the features, one of the uses of custom functions, being able to update records in a completely different module, or even create a completely new record in a different module, or even pull and push information to third parties. All right. So again, if you had any questions, I hope you've used the questions option on the GoToWebinar control panel. So we've covered all the topics that were stated for today. So if you have any questions, again, please do send an email to support@zohocrm.com, and we'll be glad to assist you with any questions. So I'm going to give it to Ibrahim again, who's going to take you through the final few slides. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thank you, Arul, for that extensive demo. Email templates. Let us now talk about email templates. Zoho CRM provides email templates to design beautiful templates to send individual mails, mass emails, and automated emails. Send a welcome mail and a follow-up mail with a simple template rather than generating different content every single time. If you would like to know more about email templates, we will be conducting a webinar on the same. You can register for that. This is basically how it would look. Sandbox. Sometimes it becomes paramount to make changes in your settings. If you shut your CRM down to make these changes, you would normally lose a whole day of sales, which in turn results in loss of revenue. With Sandbox and Zoho CRM, you now have nothing to worry about. Sandbox is an environment. Test your CRM settings before it goes into production. Think of it as a trial mechanism. You can take a majority-based decision on whether or not a change will positively affect your business. If you would like to know more about Sandbox, my colleague will be conducting a webinar on the same. You can register for that. This is basically how the Sandbox screen looks like. I hope this webinar was useful for all of you. Customization is an important component of Zoho CRM. You can customize the CRM to suit your business requirements. If you have any more questions, we will be happy to help you. Keeping in accordance with the theme of customization in Zoho CRM, our next webinar will be dealing specifically with page layouts. Please do join us on Thursday, February 9th to learn in detail about page layouts. This brings us to the end of the webinar.